On the quiet banks of the river Spree, a small cluster of wooden huts marks the beginning of Berlin, a humble trading post rising from mist and marshland. Merchants in rough wool tunics move between timber houses, unloading barrels and goods, building a settlement defined by trade and survival. As years pass, the riverside village expands, rooftops multiplying and narrow paths turning into the first signs of an emerging city. By the 17th century, Prussian discipline reshapes Berlin. Soldiers march in precise formation along structured cobblestone streets. Mounted officers oversee their ranks, reinforcing a culture built on order, authority, and calculated ambition. Grand boulevards host military parades, symmetry and strength defining the city's new identity as a rising power. The 19th century ushers in industry. Smokestacks pierce the skyline as Berlin transforms into an industrial force. Steam locomotives roar into expanding stations, connecting the capital to a rapidly modernizing empire. Imperial buildings rise in stone and steel, projecting confidence from the heart of a unified Germany. Inside factories, machinery clatters endlessly. Berlin thrives on production, progress, and relentless momentum. But in 1918, unrest fills the streets as civilians protest, demanding change after imperial collapse. Symbols of monarchy are dismantled, marking the end of one era and the uncertain birth of another. The 1920s bring electric nights. Cinema lights glow across rain-soaked streets in a city rediscovering itself. Modern fashion and artistic energy redefine Berlin, turning it into a cultural heartbeat of Europe. Yet newspapers carry troubling headlines. An economic crisis shadows the optimism of the decade. Empty streets reflect uncertainty as fragile democracy struggles beneath financial hardship. In the 1930s, massive stone structures rise, imposing and severe against the skyline. Uniformed formations stand rigid in public squares, projecting discipline and control. Civilians walk beneath monumental architecture, dwarfed by structures designed to command obedience. Searchlights sweep across darkened skies, signaling a city consumed by war. By 1945, Berlin lies shattered, entire streets reduced to rubble and silence. Civilians sift through debris, searching for fragments of homes and memories. From above, the destruction stretches endlessly, skeletal buildings marking the cost of conflict. Allied forces move through ruined streets, a defeated capital under occupation. Slowly, workers begin clearing debris. Rebuilding starts not with grandeur, but with determination. In 1961, concrete divides neighborhoods as the Berlin Wall rises overnight. Guard towers loom above empty streets, watching over a city split in two. Families stand separated by ideology made physical, reaching across a barrier they cannot cross. On the western side, colorful storefronts and vibrant streets signal a different reality. In the east, muted apartment blocks reflect a quieter, controlled existence. Cracked concrete and fading graffiti turn the wall into a global symbol of division. In 1989, crowds gather with growing courage, filling the streets with anticipation. People climb atop the wall, hope overcoming decades of separation. Concrete breaks apart. Fragments fall as barriers begin to disappear. Families reunite at open checkpoints, embracing where silence once stood. Cranes rise over the skyline in the 1990s, rebuilding a reunited capital. Modern government buildings of glass and steel reflect a transparent new era. Preserved wall fragments now carry vibrant street art. Division transformed into expression. At sunrise, open plazas fill with cyclists and pedestrians, a city moving freely again. Today, historic domes stand beside contemporary towers. Berlin endures, not because it avoided collapse,